Trump versus Hillary. Women voters are not monolithic. Trump versus Hillary. Women voters are not monolithic. Thank you for tuning in to Laurel at the Black Political Buzz Network. On this video, I want to discuss 2016 women voters. The women voters that are going to be very essential and instrumental in choosing whom our next president will be. That's the focus of this video. Now, when we think of women voters, when I say we, I'm speaking of the United States of America. I'm speaking of American society. When we think of women voters, the mainstream media, which is controlled by the United States government, that's right, the mainstream media is in fact truthfully controlled by the United States government. It's not a free press as many people believe. I've learned that since I've been out on the road, covering the GOP debates and, being around professional members of the press and the mainstream media. I've learned that the mainstream media is in fact controlled by the United States government. It is not a free press entity or free speech entity as many American citizens believe. It used to be. The mainstream media and the free press, or the press, used to be. It used to be a free speech entity or a free press, but not anymore. Most of the information that is released and reported by mainstream media networks into the American society is propaganda that goes out, that comes down from the White House, propaganda that comes down from whomever the president is in office. That administration tells the mainstream media what to report, and that's what they report. Just like China and North Korea and other countries that have dictatorships and monarchies. So that's just what it is. But anyway, I digress, talking about women voters here. When the mainstream media reports on women voters, they want it to appear as if women voters are monolithic in thinking, about the political issues that affect women and affect our nation. For example, the mainstream media wants to make it appear as if all women in 21st century America, all women in 21st century America in this era, they want to make it appear as if all women are on board with abortion. That is not true. There are many women, black women, white women, Latino, Hispanic women, Asian women, Muslim women. There are many, many women. Rich women, poor women, women who are business owners, women who are educated, women who are less educated, women who are military veterans. There are many women, many women in the United States of America who don't endorse abortion. But the mainstream media will take the numbers of a few women and they'll blow it out of proportion. And they're reporting, they'll report a story and make it seem like all women in America are on board now with abortion and support and endorse abortion, when that's not true. They'll make it seem like all women in the United States, all women from every, spectrum in every region and every state are now endorsing the LGBT movement, when that isn't true. The mainstream media will make it appear as if all women in America endorse same-sex marriage, when that isn't true. So the mainstream media has tried to shape America's thinking as it relates to women voters. This is true. They wanted to make it appear as if you are a woman and you don't support abortion, something is wrong with you. You are old-fashioned. You're out of date. Your thinking is out of date. What's wrong with you? If you're a woman, the mainstream media wants to make it appear as if you don't support same-sex marriage or the LGBT movement, which has replaced the civil rights movement, they will make it appear as if, oh, something is wrong with you. You're out of date in your thinking. What is wrong with you? Why are you not on board with this? You must be depressed. Yeah. In mainstream America, the mainstream media wants to make it appear as if you are a woman and you don't support abortion or same-sex marriage or LGBT rights, then you must be depressed. You must be uneducated. You're stupid. We're going to, pretend like we don't see you. And then the mainstream media has now, under the Obama administration, the mainstream media has now divided women based upon age. So under the Obama administration, now before Obama became president, and please know, I am not blaming everything wrong in America on Obama. I had someone to say that to me, online. No, I know for a fact that President Obama is not to blame for everything wrong in our country. But he did exasperate it. He did exasperate it. Yes, he did. With his policies, he did make things worse. And he has divided our country even further than it was before he became president. Yes, he has. So let's just stop pretending that he didn't divide the country, because he did. President Obama divided the USA based upon race, age, and don't say it was already like that. Yeah, there was some issues that we had here in the United States, regarding race and age. But President Obama, he made it worse because he divided our country further just to win elections for politics' sakes. So let's just be real about it, okay? The mainstream media under the Obama administration, they have divided women, not just based upon race, but mainly based upon age and education. So you have younger women versus older women versus younger women who are highly educated, quote unquote elite, versus women who are less educated. That's how the mainstream media has divided women. And so the mainstream media wants to make it appear now as if, if you are younger and educated, if you are a woman who is younger and educated, then, you're important. You have a voice, in the 2016 election. But if you're a woman who is less educated and older, you don't have a voice. And reason why, because the mainstream media wants to make it appear as if all younger women endorse abortion, when that's not true. There are many young women in their 20s who don't endorse abortion. And there are many young women who are well educated who don't endorse abortion. But the mainstream media wants to make it appear as if, if you were an older woman, and you don't support abortion, then it's because you're old and your thinking is out of date, and then if you're less educated, oh, it's because you're stupid. So not only are you a woman, not only are you an older woman with out of date thinking, but you're stupid too. That's how the mainstream media is playing it out. And you have people like Megyn Kelly who should know better. You have journalists like Megyn Kelly who should know better, who are, helping with this false narrative about women. Megyn Kelly is helping to spread this false narrative about women voters in America in the 21st century, especially during the 2016 election. So now we have Donald J. Trump, who is the GOP presidential frontrunner, and the prospective 2016 GOP presidential nominee. And then we have Hillary Clinton, who was the 2016 Democrat Party prospective nominee. They're both vying for women voters. The mainstream media wants to make it appear as if because Hillary is a woman, she is automatically going to attract more women voters because of her gender. The mainstream media is out there spreading lies about Donald J. Trump, with the help of people like Megyn Kelly and, Michelle Fields, both reporters. And then Ted Cruz, who has yet to denounce, or sue the National Enquirer for reporting that he has been involved in at least 5 extramarital affairs. Now, I know these are alleged extramarital affairs, but Ted Cruz has yet to file a lawsuit, a slander and libel lawsuit against the National Enquirer. Now, he don't mind going out there attacking Donald Trump, but he has yet to file a lawsuit against the National Enquirer. So the story must be true because Ted Cruz is a lawyer and a U.S. Senator. Ted Cruz is a lawyer and a U.S. Senator. And it doesn't matter if the National Enquirer, it doesn't matter if the CEO of the National Enquirer is a friend of Donald J. Trump. That doesn't matter. Donald Trump doesn't own the National Enquirer. Donald Trump is not the CEO of the National Enquirer. The National Enquirer is its own entity, its own media entity. And they've been right on a lot of, and the National Enquirer has been accurate on reporting on other politicians who were involved in extramarital affairs. And also athletes like O.J. Simpson, and Tiger Woods. So if this story about Ted Cruz's womanizing, is false, why isn't Ted Cruz suing the National Enquirer? But the mainstream media don't want to focus on that. They want to focus on Donald Trump. Make it seem like Donald Trump is a sexist and like he's anti-women because he does not support abortion anymore. The mainstream media wants to make it appear that Donald Trump is, not going to win the support of any women voters because, he fell out with Megyn Kelly. He fell out with Lion Michelle Fields. After that video was released showing that Donald Trump's campaign manager did not assault her. And the mainstream media wants to make it appear as if all women are going to support Hillary, even though a lot of women voters don't support Hillary because of her email situation and because of other things in her past. There are a lot of women voters in America, young and old, all races, all educational levels, all socioeconomic levels. Many women in America don't support Hillary because of the email, her email situation, and many other issues from her past, political issues, which has caused many women to distrust Hillary. But the mainstream media wants you to think that all women voters are monolithic in their thinking and in their voting practices and in whom they support politically, when that's the farthest thing from the truth. Women voters are not monolithic. There are no two women alike. I don't care about their race, nationality, education, faith, what region they live in, what their age is. No two women voters are alike. Even in the same family, you may have sisters from the same family who feel differently about political issues like abortion, same-sex marriage, minimum wage, jobs, small businesses. The truth is, what the mainstream media doesn't want you to know is that there are more women who are willing to come out there and give Donald Trump a chance than Hillary. I repeat, the mainstream media doesn't want you to know the truth, which is there are more women voters in 2016 who are willing to give Donald Trump a chance at the polls in November than they are willing to give Hillary a chance at the polls because they know Hillary. I'm going to discuss this more later on. Thank you for tuning in and have a blessed day. Goodbye.